Hello, my friends. Good morning. Happy Friday. Today's going to be a beautiful day, and let's just say that this season of summer is coming to an end as it winds down nearly. So, yeah, I'm not going to lie, I'm looking forward to fall because, to tell you the truth, summer was alright and all, but what we went through this past season, no, especially with the reckoning heat. So, yeah, not happening. Yeah. I'm just glad summer has come to an end, and now I can head into fall where you can see the leaves fall carefully and then watch the colors of them change, like always, as you embrace and love the entrance of autumn related to fall. So, you all know that. So, yeah. So, this morning, I am making another poem video. Yep, this is 187, and last night, I wrote a very good poem on a TV show that I remember very much, and this was related to Cartoon Network. And to tell you this was also my brother's favorite TV show when it first burst onto the scene. As I was in sixth grade, yeah, I was watching wrestling at the time, but I still remember my time with Cartoon Network. So I remember watching this show with him along the way, and he fell in love with the show very much. I mean, this show came out in 2006, as he was in fifth grade and I was in sixth grade. So yeah, this show became a memorable memory for not only him, but to tell the truth, for everyone on Cartoon Network, as it was a memory for everyone to remember throughout the times of Cartoon Network. So yeah. So here, yeah. Today's poem, yeah, on this poem video, this is 187. Yep, 187. The last one I did was 186, so this is 187. Yeah. Today's poem, I've gotten on a very good show that you all remember from your times of watching Cartoon Network. So I'm going to ask you all a question, and I hope you all know this one. If you don't know this, that's all right. I'll just tell you about it. So yeah. How many of you all remember this Cartoon Network show that burst onto the scene in 2006? How many of you all remember a show called Ben 10? That's right. Ben 10 was my brother's favorite TV show, and he would watch it I want to say every Saturday morning when it came on. Yeah, whether it was a brand new episode that was on a Friday night, but he always watched it every Saturday morning as Cartoon Network was still showing shows that happened last night in the morning. So it was always fun, especially watching Ben 10. I mean, he fell in love with the show so much, especially with Ben having something on his wrist that was called, what's the word I'm looking for? The Omnitrix, yeah. And what got everyone's attention was the Omnitrix. The Omnitrix was the best object that ever came on Ben's wrist and ever came along with him. When Ben first came across it, he thought it was some alien form that was trying to take over him. But it was just a watch that gave him the powers that he could turn to any, and I repeat, any alien creature that was on his wrist. So I remember watching him turn into any alien form that he could morph into when trouble was on the horizon. So it was fun watching him turn into any alien form to alien members. Yeah, any alien members. Yeah. Now I remember a lot from the Omnitrix very much. We had Wild Mutt, Accelerate. We had Upchuck, Cannonball, Forearms, Heat Blast, Stinkfly. You all know Gray Matter very much. Every time Ben turned to Gray Matter, he was like, "Oh, that's just great. I'm Gray Matter." Who else? I remember. You all know I almost said Girl. You all know Ghost Freak. He was part of the Omnitrix until he went rogue, as in he went into a villain mode, a villainous villain. Who else do I remember? We had Upgrade. We had Cannonball. Yep, Cannonball I remember very much. Rip Jaws. Yep. Rip Jaws. Yep. And I'm trying to remember. Wild Mutt. Yep, I know that too. So I'm trying to figure because I remember the ones that were originally with him in the Omnitrix. Yep. Forearms, yep, everybody. Let's see. Who else do I remember? My most favorite one from the Omnitrix that he always turned into was Diamond Head. That was my dude. Diamond Head was my favorite one. Diamond Head. So yeah, Diamond Head was my favorite lad, and he was just the best part about him was just shooting diamonds out of his hands as Ben turned straight into him, coming from the Omnitrix. So yeah. What was kind of a bummer from this show, what kind of was always a bummer for Ben was when the Omnitrix was ready to take a break from it. He felt that something was not right. He would be like, whenever he heard that means it was time for the Omnitrix to take a break. When he was in alien mode, ready to fight any alien creatures that was trying to cause trouble or any criminals that was on the run trying to cause trouble. Yeah. And the main villain he always fought was Vilgax, who was always after his Omnitrix. Yeah. I remember Vilgax very much. Then there was another villain he always took on that had the power to create any reptilian creature called Dr. Animo. Don't ask. That was just a dude who was obsessed with reptiles. So yeah, that explains the name Dr. Animal. So yeah. So yeah. And then you had his cousin Gwen. Yeah. They're cousins. Yeah. There were times where they always fought because Gwen was just an individual who was trying to help Ben out, and Ben didn't like Gwen just getting all the attention in his direction. So yeah. And then you have his grandfather who knows all about the alien life forms because he was pretty much, I believe, in the army. So yeah, he knows all about it. Granddad Max. Yeah. Yeah, and they always travel into Winnebago on their adventures to fight any more creatures that were on the run. Yeah, or any criminals or creatures that were on the run. So yeah, I remember the dude that Ben also met during his adventure with the Omnitrix. You all know Kevin 11. Yeah, he was a troublesome dude. Yeah, so I remember him very much, Kevin 11. So yeah. So this is going to be a very good poem, and I'm going to read it to you guys right now. So I hope you love to enjoy this. So get ready as I read this to you all. The name of the poem, just like the TV show, is called Ben 10. So get ready. Ben 10 by Denzel Kloss. Ben 10. Ben Tennyson was an individual with no journey on his list until he found a mysterious watch that happened to exist. The object was alien-like from outer space. As he put it on his wrist, that started the embrace. The watch came with alien characters he had never seen before. The time had come to do something different he could not ignore. Every time trouble would make itself present during day or night, Ben never resisted his favorite hobby, which was a fight. Many criminals or alien creatures tried to cause madness on their run, but Ben was always there to derail their savage and reckless fun. He had 10 alien creatures he could turn to that was sweet. My most favorite one, like I talked about before reading this, my most favorite one was Diamond Head, to say in this episode. It was always fun watching Ben go straight into alien fight mode. I remember his granddad and cousin Gwen tagging along for the ride. They were there for him as trouble was on the other side. The enemy Vilgax, Ben's arch nemesis, main enemy, The enemy Vilgax tried every chance to come for the morphin prize. Ben knew the fight was far from over with the main villain. Any time a fight rose out of the atmosphere or gate, Ben knew the true calling of his adventurous fate. Alright, my friends, get ready as I show you the picture of Ben 10 and all the alien creatures he would turn into all the time. And before I show it to you all, I'm going to read this where I put it at the end with the picture. I dedicate this poem to my brother's favorite show, representing Cartoon Network, as it was another original show that made Cartoon Network continue being on top of its game. So yeah. Alright, my friends, are you ready? Was there anyone I forgot that was part of? Oh yeah, you all remember Echo Echo. That was also part of Ben 10's alien creatures. So yeah, all the creatures of Ben 10. I still say this, Diamond Head was always still my favorite. I liked Four Arms. He was my second favorite, but Diamond Head was my first one, to tell you the truth. Yeah. Alright, so get ready, my friends, as I show you the picture of all of Ben 10, all the alien creatures he would form into. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go, dudes. This is Ben 10 right here. And Josh, if you're watching this, dude, this is for you because this was your favorite show. As I was watching wrestling, but I remember watching this show with you all pretty much because you fell in love with the show very much. And it was always fun watching a dude like Ben turn straight into alien creatures that I know you would love to turn into. If there was one alien creature I would love to turn into coming from the Omnitrix, it was Diamond Head. That was my favorite dude from the start. I love to turn to Four Arms too, but I stick with Diamond Head. Diamond Head was my first dude. Yep. Yep, so I'm going to show you the pictures to you all right now. So, yeah, hang tight. I'm going to hold this up for a couple of minutes so you all can see for yourselves. And if you all remember all the alien creatures that Ben would turn into coming from the Omnitrix, feel free to visualize, get a good picture, or remember the good times of watching the show, as it had like different forms of versions of the show going on. Yep, in Cartoon Network. And let's be honest, the Omnitrix was the best watch that ever came along. Definitely for Ben to have as a weapon. So I'm going to hold this up for a couple of minutes, and then after this, I will wrap this up on this poem video. This was 187 of Denzel Clox's poems, part 187. There you are, dude. Yeah. All right, my friends, in a few minutes, I'm going to wrap this up. So I'll hold this for a few more minutes, and after this will be it for this morning. Okay, loves, there you have it. This wraps up for today's poem video. This was 187, and this poem on today's poem video was on Ben 10, the famous Cartoon Network show that burst onto the scene in 2006. And like I said, this was my brother's favorite TV show. I remember watching it with him pretty much all the time because he fell in love with the show very much, and I pretty much myself did too because it was Ben 10. And to tell you the truth, it was fun having an individual like Ben, especially a fellow like him, turning into any alien creatures coming from a special alien watch called the Omnitrix. So, and like I said, the Omnitrix was the best part about the show. I mean, imagine. I remember they turned this show into a film, but it was only seen on Cartoon Network, so yeah. But imagine you can turn into any alien life form creature that you find in the Omnitrix. Like I said, if I had to turn one, if there was one alien creature I could turn into myself, I'd love to turn myself into, it would be Diamond Head, because he was the first one I first saw when they did the trailer for the show coming along in Cartoon Network. So yeah. And then you had, of course, you had Forearms. He was my second favorite, yeah. But I also enjoyed Diamond Head, so yeah. So definitely this was a very good poem to write about, and I'm so glad I got to read it to you guys on this. So yeah, if all of you, and for any fellows that are Ben 10 fans out there, I hope you enjoyed this because this was a very good poem to write about, and I'm so glad I got to read it to you guys. So, and like I said, Josh, if you're watching this, dude, this was your favorite show, and I'm thrilled and glad I got to write about this because you love this show very much. I remember you having the Omnitrix all the time, and it was your favorite thing about it, and it was your favorite thing about the Omnitrix, getting to turn into any any alien form you could find in the Omnitrix. So yeah, I'm so glad I got to read this to everyone. That's just to all you loves, especially who are Ben 10 fans. Yeah. So loves, this ends for today. This ends this poem video for today, this morning. I will make another one next time, so be on the lookout for that. You know me, how I always make another one whenever a poem comes into my head. So yeah. So I say this, loves. Take care this morning. Have a good one. Have a good one. Enjoy today. Hope the day stays nice and cool. And let's just make the most of it, okay? So thank you, loves. Thank you for your time and need. And I will see you all next time. Take care and enjoy the rest of the greatest Friday ever. Take care, loves.